So first thing we have to do is label each side that we have. AB is equal to 20, so that means we have 20 right here. AF is equal to 9, so between A and F is 9. FE is equal to 12, so between F and E is 12. DE is equal to 12, so between E and D we have 12. Now to find the missing side, BC, you would look at, that's the same length as AF and then down to here. So it's the same length as AF plus ED. So BC is 9 plus 12, which is 21. DC is this portion right here. Okay, so you would take 20 and subtract 12 to get that missing side. So you'd have 8 is DC. Now, you want to split up your composite shape into two different rectangles. So you could make a cut here, or you could make a cut here. Either way would work. I'm going to make the blue cut. So to find the area of, let's say, the blue rectangle, you would do length times width, which is 20 times 9. That equals 180. To find the area of the red rectangle, you would do 12 times 8, length times width, and you'd get 96. And then you have to add those two together to get the area of the whole composite shape. So 180 plus 96 is 276. So that's our area for number 1. That's the answer you're looking for number 1. If we move on to number 2, it's the same exact shape, they just make the numbers different. They have decimals now. So, and they change up which sides are missing. So DC they give you this time, 1.9. FE is 5.6. AF is 4.8. And BC is 10.9. So, we're missing AB and we're missing ED. To find AB, you would take 5.6 plus 1.9. So 5.6 plus 1.9 gives us that AB is 7.5. To find ED, you'd have to take a look at 10.9 that BC is and subtract AF 4.8. So you would take 10.9 minus 4.8. That would give you 6.1 for ED. Now I'm going to make that same cut again that I made last time. So this red cut right here, this time. We'll have the blue rectangle on bottom, the red rectangle right here. To find the area of the red rectangle, you would take length times width, 7 times 4.8. So 8 times 5 is 0, or is 40. Carry the 4. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 4 is 60. Next line, you have that 0 first. 4 times 5 is 20. Put the 0, carry the 2. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 2 is 30. So that gives us 36.00, because there's two numbers after the decimal in the original problem, so you just count back 1, 2. So we know that the red rectangle is equal to 36. The blue rectangle would be 6.1 times 1.9. So you'd have 9 times 1, 9. 9 times 6 is 54. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 6 is 6. Then you have 9, 5, 11. Once again, there's two decimals, or two numbers after the decimal in the original problem, so you count back 1, 2. So you have 11.59 for the blue rectangle. Then you take your numbers, 36.00 plus 11.59 you'd have 9, 5, 7, 4. So 47.59 is the area of the entire composite shape for number 2. So let's take a look at number 3. Number 3 is a trapezoid. Remember, trapezoid's formula, we do step 1, add parallel sides. Step 2, multiply by the height. Step 3, divide by 2. Okay, so if we look at that, starting with step 1, 2 parallel sides are 3 inside. That's length of 22. So we do 22 plus 3 for the first step. That equals 25. Then you multiply by the height. The height is 18 in this case, so you multiply by 18. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 4 is 20. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 2, so you get 450. Okay, last step, divide by 2. So 450 divided by 2 gives us 225 for number 3. So number 3 is 225. So for number 4, same thing, we're looking at a trapezoid, right? And it says isosceles trapezoid in directions. That just means that these two sides right here are equal. So first thing we do is we look at our parallel sides, 18 and 3. And we take 18 plus 3 equals 21. You take 21 and multiply it by the height. The height is 12 in this case. So you do 21 times 12 and end up with 252. Last step, 252 divided by 2 is going to give us 126. Okay? So that's it for number 4. Number 5 is a good word problem. So the first thing you have to do this word problem is find the area of the whole entire wall. The whole entire wall is just a rectangle, so you just do 12 times 8, which gives us 96 is the area of the whole wall. So I'm going to put equals wall. Other important pieces of information will be each window. Each window is a square, so you just do 2 times 2. So each window is 4. The door is another piece of information that we need. So 6 times 3 is 18, so each door is equal, the single door is equal to 18. So now if we know the wall is 96, and they're not going to be painting the windows and the door, to figure out how much of the wall will be painted, we just do 96 minus 4 for that second window minus 18. Okay? So 96 minus 4 would be 92, minus 4 more would be 88, minus 18 would give us 70. So the answer to A is 70. Okay? We take that into the second part of the problem. I'm just going to erase this over here. And it says each quart of paint is equal to 30 feet squared. How much quarts of paint do you need to buy? Well, if each quart of paint covers 30, let's just make a little diagram. And we would say for 1 quart, so quart, paint, cover, or we could say wall covered. Wall covered. And if they bought 1 quart, it would be 30 feet covered, 30 feet squared covered. If they did 2, it would be 60 squared feet covered. So that still wouldn't be enough. So you need to buy that third quart, which would cover 90 square feet. But you need to buy that third. You can't buy like a tenth of a quart. You need to buy a whole paint can. So you need to buy 3 quarts. So the answer they're looking for in part B is that 3 quarts must be purchased for the painting. So answer A is 70, answer B is 3. Finally, to the last now. I want you guys to worry more about just determining how you can find how much of the house is covered. Okay? So to do that, if they're carpeting the bedroom, right? They're covering the bedroom and they're covering the living room. Okay? So to figure out how much carpet they need, you would just take each rectangle. So the blue rectangle is 25 times 15, and you end up with 375 feet squared in the bedroom. The living room, you do 20 times 35, and you'd end up with 700 feet squared. So then you take 700 plus 375, and you end up with 1,075 feet of carpet, or square feet of carpet that they need. I want you to worry more about that than determining the carpet area by composing or decomposing in 2 different ways. What we just did right there would be we decomposed the entire rectangle into the 2 pieces that we needed. Okay? I want you to worry more about getting this answer, 1,075. Okay? Alright guys, I'll see you tomorrow.